when I first heard the name, and I think that was around 1989, 1988, and I thought it was redundant, Prairie and Meadows. I thought it was the same word, and so my mom and I had a debate about that. She loved the name. She thought it was a very good indication of kind of where it was and where it was situated and so forth. I've grown to also love the name because they are different things. A prairie is a wide space, and a meadow is a particular part that is often harvested for hay. And I see that interplay in that name, Prairie Meadows, play out metaphorically in Polk County and Prairie Meadows. Polk County being the landowner, and Prairie Meadows being the operator of one of the most significant economic drivers in central Iowa. I was a history major, and it's sort of like when they founded Prairie Meadows, it had never been done before. So to a certain degree, the 5 or 6 people that were intimately involved, one of them being my father-in-law, were like the founding fathers of Prairie Meadows. They put the structure in place that had never been done before.
Meadows Racetrack opened up with horse racing in March of 1989.
Architects and engineers from Sean Hattery and the Friedmutter Group made the first dent into the soil that will become the casino expansion.
Prairie Meadows officials burned the $89 million mortgage.
Well, in 20 months of operation, the casinos managed to pay off the more than $89 million debt to Polk County.
Well, it was the culmination of some really great leadership that brought this concept in difficult economic times, saying we need to take a little risk here to grow the economy here and to particularly create balanced growth. But from there on, it's been 30 years of really solid growth in community production. So we knew that night, we didn't know that night is where it would go, but here we are, 30 years later with a great success.
The casino currently donates more than $20 million to charities and through grants. Prairie Meadows is only one of 2 casinos operating as nonprofit in Iowa and the United States.
So I believe our community has benefited from Prairie Meadows, and that is the opportunities that they've provided through their nonprofit directive of giving back to us.
From 1996, when it became fully operational, until the end of 2017, Prairie Meadows' impact has exceeded $1.7 billion. Yes, that is a capital B.
Our community is a better place because of Prairie Meadows. They are an economic driver, but they're also a great partner. They don't try to do things on their own. But Prairie Meadows is also a place, if you have a need, that's a place you can go and you know you will find a listening ear and good input and advice of how you can do things in a better way.
Prairie Meadows, in one way, shape, or form, touches philanthropy, touches economic development, which translates into jobs, and of course tourism. So it's pretty widely felt.
The investments made in the community over the past 30 years as a result of the relationship with Prairie Meadows has increased that vibrancy to a new level. In the Midwest now, we're a renowned, well-known community as a result of those investments, and we're very proud of that.
Des Moines is known for how well it takes care of its citizens, the activities of its nonprofit organizations, community service organizations, and through the community betterment program, Prairie Meadows has supported just dozens and really literally hundreds of organizations and important projects that serve the community and serve those who are needy or less fortunate. Through the scholarship program, Prairie Meadows has helped make higher education more affordable and more accessible to a lot of young people from the metro area. All of those things contribute to the health and well-being of the Des Moines area.
You know, the thought process of having a thoroughbred racetrack and a quarter horse racetrack, and at that time a harness racetrack, in our community was a great deal. You know, it's a king of sports. Who doesn't want that, especially in an economy that was down to almost nothing? And getting into that, it was how are we going to do it, where are we going to get the expertise, and how's it going to turn out? Well, we put all our efforts together, and that passion and that dedication has lasted 30 years. We're constantly remodeling, we're constantly being a leader in the industry. Our people are constantly coming up with new ideas how we can make it better at Prairie Meadows, how our future continues to look bright year after year after year. It's because of we never stop creating, we never stop adding more excitement and adventure to Prairie Meadows. You know, when you think back or you look back at old photos or films about how we got started and what we are today, it proves one thing. Again, when the community comes together to help themselves and the people that live within it, look what you can do. And this is the best example I know of. We see this success going for many, many years. I don't see an end of it. Long after I'm gone and other people's been here a long time, there's no reason that this great place we call Prairie Meadows won't exceed way into the future, many, many years from now. Congratulations to all of us. And I hope I'm around 30 more years from now when whoever here is having another big celebration.